Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a great day. And today I bring to you breaking news in Wizard101 that I have literally never seen ever before. So this is kind of crazy. Sauce, what kind of breaking news could you possibly be talking about? That's a good question. So today, right, basically Wizard101 put out their newest producer's letter. And normally, you know what I do, or you know what I do. You know, I'd be reading it, but like, you know, I kind of don't really read it, because it's normally the same old thing, you know, every time, you know, like every time right before the summer, they're like, we have really cool things, and it's normally really vague. And what normally ends up happening is some quality of life update that really I don't really care about, and if I could be as bold to say this, I don't think a lot of people care about. But this time specifically, and I am linking the producer's letter in the description, so if you guys want, pull it up and read along with me. But this time, there seems to be a difference. There seems to be a lot more transparency, and that is something I could really appreciate. But more importantly, and I will get to this, you know, there's stuff there that I've never seen before in the history of this company, and it's been 11 years, so that's kind of huge. One of the biggest things that happened, you know, just recently, within the past, like, couple of weeks, was the enchant update, which basically banned all these enchants from being sold by the TC vendors. Now, I thought that was very strange, and I made a video on this a little while ago, and just a day after, whether maybe it was my input, most probably not just mine, it's probably like, you know, the entire community's input, you know, it seemed like everyone was very vocal about it. They decided to change it. They decided to revert it. However, in this letter, they're talking about how it was a very temporary change. They kind of hinted at this earlier, but this, I would argue this is the first time it's like literally like on paper for everyone to see. So what does this mean for the future of Wizard101 and everything? Well, here's the thing. They did say that though they do want to change how treasure cards work, they're also going to make sure that it doesn't act in a way that's going to profoundly impact PvP. And I'll explain to you guys why, I guess, you know, from what I got out of it, they're doing this. Right now, they think that treasure cards are too overpowered in the sense that you can just make as many as you want with enchants. And that's true. There's no limit on how many regular cards you can have, right? You just enter a new battle and you automatically have new cards. So if you have enchants, you can essentially make limitless cards. Now, they want to make sure that they have a solution to this, because if they don't have a solution to this, what it really does is just make something that could be really interesting, like treasure cards, just another part of the game that no one really does anything about. Treasure cards, in my opinion, should be really much more important than they really are, and this would be a really cool change. That being said, specifically limiting the number of treasure cards in the game, you can only do it in so many ways, and I hope that they don't change PvP fundamentally doing this. What I hope they do is limit deck size for PvP, just high-level decks in general, especially sideboard size, so you can't just have a bunch of TCs, so you can't just lore spam as easily, so you can't just abominable spam as easily. You know, maybe that would be their solution. Or, as they mentioned in the letter, right, they said that they want more crafting options, arena options, like arena ticket options, that kind of stuff. They even hinted at maybe something useful like enchants being available for lower levels, so lower level PvP doesn't get absolutely destroyed. You know, these are all good ideas, and all I hope is that they let us test them throughout the time they do it so that they can be open to our input just like last time. I'm actually not opposed to treasure cards being more valuable. I want treasure cards that are dropped, in my opinion, just to do a lot more damage. I want to get a TC from a boss and have it do more damage than any other thing I can make by myself, even if it is by a little. That would be really cool, but that's just not a thing in the game right now, and I think it takes a lot more creativity than just getting rid of enchants in order to achieve that. I don't think they should get rid of enchants. I don't. But if they are to, there has to be things in place to replace them so that PvP isn't affected, and so that people don't just get completely, you know, out of options. You know, you need options when you're questing, like, for the 6th or 7th time now, you know? So that's all I'm saying. But I'm sure that what you guys are really here for is the thing that I said that I've never seen in the game in the past 11 years. And that's something that they mentioned in the newsletter, and I've never seen this before. They talked about reforming PvP. Now, one thing that I really appreciated about this, right, is that they talked about how, in terms of balancing PvP and PvE, even though they see Wizard101 as a PvE game predominantly, they said that they felt short. And that's good. I'm glad that they're at least admitting their mistakes. But what I thought was really cool about this is that the wording in the letter is really, really cool. Because basically, right, what they said specifically about PvP, we want PvP to be enjoyable, fair, and engaging. We're going to put a focus on reworking it from the ground up. We want to address the underlying concerns, right? That's what they're saying, about randomness, some core combat mechanics that may not translate well into PvP, and much more. This is really good, because the way I see what they're going to deal with is randomness is whether you go first or not, and whether you get a shadow pip or not. Those are the two really random things that right now you really cannot do anything about. And even more importantly, things that don't translate from PvE to PvP as easily, 100% it's just spell spamming strategies, and 100% it's shadow spells. And if they really do something about this, right? If they're really going to do something from the ground up, I don't care what it is. I just hope they do something. I think the reason that I made this video is that a lot of people love to just say Wiz is dying or that they're not listening. But right now is the most important time to give the people who are developing the game ideas on how to make PvP better. And now is not the time to be super negative about it, just to be complaining about it. Be frustrated, you know, be frustrated, but don't give up on it. That's all I'm saying, you know. I think complaints are actually great. In fact, you know, it's not that, you know, complaining is the worst thing you can do. I think you should make sure you're vocal about being frustrated. Now is probably not the best time to quit the game if you're frustrated with PvP. Now is the time to give them the feedback that they need to make PvP way, way better. I've never seen them talk about PvP this much, and as someone who literally PvPs all the time, it's like what I do on my streams, it's just going to be great for me. I really hope that they emphasize that their priorities on spammable strategies like Guardian Spirit, Lore Master to some extent, just like they did with Juju, Shadow spells, those are really, you know, obviously, and if they can, this one's a hard one, the effect of going first in PvP. Now, I feel like with Shadow spells out of the equation, going first is a lot less important, but maybe they can do it, you know? I want to know what this ground up thing is, and I really hope that the community has a lot of input, and I really look forward to it. So I want to know, what do you guys think that they're going to do with this PvP update? Do you guys think it's going to come over the summer? Because that's what I think. I don't know. If they do an update over the summer, you know, do you guys think they're going to address going first, shadow spells, and spamming? Or what do you think their priorities are right now in general? Also, on an unrelated note, I guess, kind of, on the treasure card debate, what do you guys think they should do to limit treasure cards without affecting PvP and PvE so much that people are going to start quitting the game? These are all really important ideas, and I just made this video because I'm super excited about them talking about this. This is really exciting. It is rarer than this unicorn that I am looking at right now. But yeah, guys, these videos always work if there's a lot of input. So make sure to leave your comment letting me know what you guys think about the treasure cards, what do you think about the PvP, and actually what you guys think about them listening more. You know, I feel like voices are being catered to a lot more. I feel like the fact that they're focusing on new players a lot, but also on the veteran players. You can read the newsletter. It's really cool. You know, there's a lot of good rhetoric there that I think is, you know, a lot of people are just going to say, oh, Wiz is dying, and that's great, but this is really cool, in my opinion. This is something that, I don't know, I don't think it takes someone that intelligent to just dissect the words a little bit and see that this is going in a positive direction. So let me know what you guys think of all of those things that I mentioned, my mans. Make sure that you check the links in the description if you want to get more involved in the community. It has my Twitch, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Discord. So, you know, it's lit. Just be a part of the fam, my mans. And if you're new, I hope you dropped a sub. And if you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like, my mans. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Thank you for watching the video. If somebody has not told you that you're awesome today, my mans, they doing something wrong. So stay awesome, brother. And yeah, yo.